Good morning, everybody. I'm delighted to be here. My name is David, co-founder of Twoodo, and as Patrick was saying, we are a team of productivity experts. And we are revolutionizing the way people organize themselves, share knowledge and information by reinventing online collaboration. And to help me explain why our users log into Twoodo every single day, I'd like to share with you a quote by Theodor Adorno. "The task of art today is to bring chaos into order." Now, although we're not great artists like Jackson Pollock, we are bringing order to the chaos of online collaboration tools. But before I explain how, I'd like to share with you a very quick story. Agriculture is one of the most ancient human activities. Now, the tools we used, they remain the same for hundreds of years. It took us centuries to finally combine these tools into one awesome, glorious machine, the combine harvester. Could also be used as a bicycle, but yeah. Now, although I have no idea how this machine works, I know you can control it using only a few simple handles. If we can do this for agriculture, why can't we do it for our everyday work lives? People today suffer from the complexity in the number of tools and the complexity of tools to organize their work life. Email, it's great for communication, but it's extremely messy. Inboxes can be hell. It's a horrible way of organizing your workload. Chat, we love chat, everybody chats, but it's also extremely messy. People get left out, you lose information, and there is no way of tracking the important information that is shared. So to solve this issue, we came up with project management tools, productivity tools, shared task lists. But collaboration shouldn't be about filling out forms. Does this feel like collaboration to you? No, it's just a task list. And we're not computers that can be programmed. Twoodo solves these issues. We empower teams and individuals to manage all this chaos from one single epicenter. I'm proud to introduce you to the command box. So using tags, just like Twitter or Facebook, we empower these teams and individuals to manage everything, to send and organize every email, every chat, every task, every date, every note from one single box. You'll never have to be in 5 places at the same time ever again. And to show you how it works, I'd like to give you a little example. Now, this is Ivo. He's the CTO at Spill Games. It's the world's largest casual gaming company. And he's been using Twoodo with one of his teams. Now, let's say Ivo's working with his team on a new product launch. I'm going to show you how he uses the command box. Ivo needs Peter to prepare a product demo. Instead of using multiple tools, he uses only one, the command box. Now, in a single sentence, he can simultaneously send Peter a message, update the task list, add to the calendar, and tag that message so that it's saved, stored, and easy to find in the future. Now, with other tools, he would have to open multiple tools. He'd have to open his email, open his task list, open his calendar, open his notes. But he never has to work like that ever again, thanks to the command box. Every message that is sent from the command box goes into our Facebook-like feed. And this is where the communication between the team happens. Now, unlike an email inbox, for every message that Peter receives from Ivo, he knows exactly what is required from him in an instant. He knows who it's from, how important it is. He knows what to act on right away. Peter wants to involve Jane in the project. Jane, she's not using Twoodo yet. And that's not a problem. By including her email address in a message, she'll receive a link. She'll be able to take part in the conversation and get logged in herself. This is how Twoodo spreads from team to team and even to clients. Now, when the conversation's over, there's a little bit more magic here. On the click of a simple button, they'll all see this. It's a clean and simple overview of all of the actions that were discussed during that conversation. So we're turning conversations into actions. We're letting this team have a conversation, create actions at the same time. We're creating actionable conversations, and we're making collaboration effortless. And I want to show you something else. When the team is out of the office, Twoodo is available on the iPhone, and it's the fastest collaboration tool out there. Why? Because all you need to do is type and swipe. And even that's just the tip of the iceberg. We're working on an algorithm to make the command box even simpler. We'll be able to detect natural language, understand what you're typing, so all you'll need to do is type what you're thinking, and we'll take care of the rest. This team is working with a completely new way of collaborating. With other solutions, you have to open different windows, fill out forms, open menus. But modern teams, they need a faster, simpler, more unified solution. And Twoodo is unified. It's completely centralized. Everything happens from one box. And it's fast. I mean, it's super fast. But most importantly, everything is trackable, so that you'll never lose a piece of information ever again. Now, Ivo loves how easy Twoodo has made managing his team. And I'll tell you what, Ivo is not alone. We're targeting every single tech team at startups and corporates out there who will love the command box and who love Twoodo. And in the past 3 weeks, without even having implemented our marketing strategy, we already have 1,000 people eager to start using the tool. I want to tell you about the market. We got into this because it's a huge market. The collaboration market was estimated at $42 billion in 2012. It's growing at a staggering 14% per year. There's plenty of room for us to grow. Our number one competitor, Yammer, only has 1%, actually less than 1% of that market. Oh, and Yammer users, they like us too. We're locking these users in with a freemium model, so that once they start to grow, to love Twoodo, they'll pass it on to their friends, to their colleagues, and to other teams. So you might be thinking, why are we the perfect team to reinvent online collaboration? We know the competitive landscape. We've tried every single solution out there. Nothing works. We know how to build scalable systems. Our CTO worked for the banking industry, where he dealt with millions of transactions on a daily basis. We know how to grow a profitable business. From our previous startups, we know how to drive marketing strategies that bring in quality customers. And it doesn't hurt that the 3 first co-founders have been best friends for over 18 years. So now you know what we're building and why we're building it. And in the past 3 months, we've built the first version of the website and the first version of the iPhone app, in collaboration with hundreds of private beta testers and with a very strong lean methodology culture in our company. We're looking for 450,000 euros to go fast. We want to scale the team, further develop the product, and a big marketing push that'll bring us to our first 100,000 users within the first year. We are going to change the way people think of online collaboration. I promise you, Twoodo will become the norm. We have the team, there is a pain, we have the solution, we have a beautiful product, and we have traction. So if you'd like to take part in this online revolution, if you'd like to help us in bringing order back to chaos, please come and see us after the pitches. We've got blue shoes, blue ties, and thank you very much. Thank you.
My name is Josh Light, and I'm the CEO of Cupad, and we believe that we have the most effective form of advertising available in the market today. Our advertisements are exposed to customers for 2,220 seconds on average. Now, what kind of advertising has that kind of exposure time? Ladies and gentlemen, we advertise on coffee cups. That's right, we put your brand in their hand. So how does coffee cup advertising work? Well, we got an advertiser. They pay us money. We produce paper coffee cups with their advertisement or brand on it. Then we give these coffee cups to coffee stands for free. Now, why does someone want to advertise on a coffee cup? Because it takes an individual 37 minutes to drink a cup of coffee on average. That person's going to have to look at the cup, drink, look at the cup, drink 20 times before it's fully consumed. And that person's going to move around like a mobile billboard, exposing that brand to at least 6 different individuals before that cup is drank. What's in it for Cupad? We make 13 cents of profit on every single cup that we distribute. And what's in it for the coffee stands? Well, when most people think about coffee stands, they think about Starbucks. But what about the 25,000 coffee stands in this nation that have plain white cups like this? They don't have the economies to scale to put their own brand on the cup. So we give them free cups. They save $15,000 a year by not buying cups. They like these savings so much, ladies and gentlemen, that approximately 80% of the stands that we've contacted have signed exclusivity agreements to distribute our cups. And what kind of momentum have we started for this company? The last month alone, we got 58 coffee stands in California to sign exclusivity agreements with us to distribute our cups. If we continue to get 58 coffee stands every single month, for the next 12 months, we will have 700 coffee stands at the end of the year. With 700 coffee stands, we can move 8 million cups a month. And at 13-cent profit, 8 million cups a month, we're making over $1 million of profit every single month. And we've already started this, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, our first customer, Overstock.com, will see their cups hit the California market in 21 days. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. I'd like to talk about a couple of things today. But the first thing is water. Now, I see you've all been enjoying the water that's been provided for you here at the conference over the past couple of days, and I'm sure you'll feel that it's from a safe source. But what if it wasn't? What if it was from a source like this? Then statistics would actually say that half of you would now be suffering with diarrhea. I've talked a lot in the past about statistics and the provision of safe drinking water for all. But they just don't seem to get through. And I think I've worked out why. It's because using current thinking, the scale of the problem just seems too huge to contemplate solving. So we just switch off. Us, governments, and aid agencies. Well, today, I'd like to show you that through thinking differently, the problem has been solved. By the way, since I've been speaking, another 13,000 people around the world are suffering now with diarrhea, and 4 children have just died. I invented Lifesaver Bottle because I got angry. I, like most of you, was sitting down the day after Christmas in 2004 when I was watching the devastating news of the Asian tsunami as it rolled in, playing out on TV. The days and weeks that followed, people fleeing to the hills, being forced to drink contaminated water or face death. That really stuck with me. Then, a few months later, Hurricane Katrina slammed into the side of America. Okay, I thought, here's a first world country, let's see what they can do. Day 1, nothing. Day 2, nothing. Do you know it took 5 days to get water to the Superdome? People were shooting each other on the streets for TV sets and water. That's when I decided I had to do something. Now, I spent a lot of time in my garage over the next weeks and months, and also in my kitchen, much to the dismay of my wife. However, after a few failed prototypes, I finally came up with this, the Lifesaver bottle. Okay, now for the science bit. Before Lifesaver, the best hand filters were only capable of filtering down to about 200 nanometers. The smallest bacteria is about 200 nanometers. So a 200 nanometer bacteria is going to get through a 200 nanometer hole. The smallest virus, on the other hand, is about 25 nanometers. So that's definitely going to get through those 200 nanometer holes. Lifesaver pores are 15 nanometers. So nothing's getting through. Okay, I'm going to give you a bit of a demonstration. Would you like to see that? I spent all the time setting this up, so I guess I should. We're in the fine city of Oxford. So, someone's done that up. Fine city of Oxford. So what I've done is I've gone and got some water from the River Cherwell and the River Thames that flow through here, and this is the water. But I got to thinking, you know, if we were in the middle of a flood zone in Bangladesh, the water wouldn't look like this. So I've gone and got some stuff to add into it. And this is from my pond. Have a smell of that, Mr. Cameraman. Okay. Right, we're just going to pour that in there. Okay, we've got some runoff from a sewage plant farm. So I'm just going to put that in there. Put that in there, there we go. And some other bits and pieces. Chuck that in there. And I've got a little gift here from a friend of mine's rabbit. So we're just going to put that in there as well. Okay. Now, the Lifesaver bottle works really simply. You just scoop the water up. Today I'm going to use a jug just to show you all. Let's get a bit of that poo in there. That's not dirty enough. Let's just stir that up a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to take this really filthy water and put it in here. Do you want a drink yet? Okay, there we go. Replace the top. Give it a few pumps Okay? That's all that's necessary. Now, as soon as I pop the teat, sterile drinking water is going to come out. And I've got to be quick. Okay, ready? There we go. Mind the electrics. That is safe, sterile drinking water. Cheers. There you go, Chris. What's it taste of?
Delicious.
Okay. Let's see Chris's program throughout the rest of the show, okay? Okay. Lifesaver bottle is used by thousands of people around the world. It'll last for 6,000 litres, and when it's expired using fail-safe technology, the system will shut off, protecting the user. Pop the cartridge out, pop a new one in, it's good for another 6,000 litres. So let's look at the applications. Traditionally in a crisis, what do? We ship water. Then, after a few weeks, we set up camps. And people are forced to come into the camps to get their safe drinking water. What happens when 20,000 people congregate in a camp? Diseases spread. More resources are required. The problem just becomes self-perpetuating. But by thinking differently and shipping these, people can stay put. They can make their own sterile drinking water and start to get on with rebuilding their homes and their lives. Now, it doesn't require a natural disaster for this to work. Using the old thinking of national infrastructure and pipework is too expensive. When you run the numbers on the calculator, you run out of noughts. So here's the thinking different bit. Instead of shipping water and using man-made processes to do it, let's use Mother Nature. She's got a fantastic system. She picks the water up from there, desalinates it for free, transports it over there and dumps it onto the mountains, rivers and streams. And where do people live? Near water. All we've got to do is make it sterile. How do we do that? Well, we could use a Lifesaver bottle, or we could use one of these. The same technology in a jerry can. This will process 25,000 litres of water. That's good enough for a family of 4 for 3 years. And how much does it cost? About ½ cent today to run. Thank you. So by thinking differently and processing water at the point of use, mothers and children no longer have to walk 4 hours a day to collect their water. They can get it from a source nearby. So with just $8 billion, we can hit the Millennium Goals target of halving the number of people without access to safe drinking water. To put that into context, the UK government spends about £12 billion a year on foreign aid. But why stop there? With $20 billion, everyone can have access to safe drinking water. So the 3.5 billion people that suffer every year as a result, and the 2 million kids that die every year, will live. Thank you.
Hi, I'm John from M14 Industries, and we're fixing online dating. Right now, this £3 billion a year industry gives you essentially 2 choices. You can sign up for a service like Match.com or OkCupid, and you can answer hundreds or thousands of questions, and they then use this data to match you with people that they think are kind of like you. Or you can sign up to a service like Tinder or Happen, which do away with these questions and long profiles, and instead essentially just give you a list of people nearby for you to swipe and filter your way through. These apps are simple, they're addictive, and they're cool, but they're pretty terrible at actually matching you with people who you have anything in common with. M14 Industries are tackling this problem differently. We're creating simple, niche dating apps. Bristler was our first app built on the M14 platform. Bristler connects those with beards to those who want to stroke beards. I've not got time for laughter. So we've been hugely successful. Since we launched a year ago, we've had more than 120,000 people join us, and we've made more than 500,000 matches. We've also been in national and international media. Just a few weeks ago, the London Evening Standard put us alongside apps like Uber as one of the top 30 apps for Londoners. But Bristler is just our first app. As time goes on, and over the next year, we're going to be using our platform to launch more apps, such as ones for tattoo lovers, for people who are super into coffee, and for those people who don't shut up about fitness, like me, obviously. So we're also working with large media companies and brands to make their own sort of tailored dating experiences, much like how The Guardian have their soulmates. And most excitingly of all, we're opening up our platform to allow anyone to make their own app. We're releasing a white label product, which means that anyone can, at the push of a button, create their own scalable, secure, feature-rich, and pre-populated dating website and app that'll work on any mobile device. And we are the only company who can say that. In a few years' time, the majority of the world's dating apps will be powered by the M14 platform. And I'm very proud to say it all started here in the north of England. I'm John from M14. Thank you very much for your time.
Hi everyone, I'm Mikey. I'm one of the co-founders of Bizimply. And at Bizimply, we are revolutionizing the way businesses manage their hourly employees. These are businesses in hospitality, retail, construction, healthcare, and more. Two quick facts. 60% of all employees are hourly paid, with 65% not having an email address for the place they work. The problem in these companies, well, they're still scheduling with paper and pen or Excel. If they have a time and attendance solution, it's a biometric, clunky machine that doesn't connect to anything, or they're using paper and pen again. The employee management, it's HR files and filing cabinets in faraway locations. And the employee engagement is little more than post-it notes or notice boards. At Bizimply, we've built a cloud-based platform that solves all the solutions for these companies, that helps them engage with and better manage their workforce. We've built the world's best scheduling application where they can drag and drop shifts, cost them in seconds, and literally send the schedule out to their employees in a click. For the employees, we've given them mobile applications where they can manage their own schedule, manage their shifts, messaging, but more importantly, they have a place now that they're connected with their place of work. We're actually revolutionizing the attendance market. Previously, it was a clunky hardware problem, and we've turned that into a beautiful software solution. And finally, we actually give business owners and managers their business in their hand, the actual stuff that happens every day. So who's in, who's out, what were the issues, what were my sales, what do I actually need to do right now? And we bring all their HR online in one central location and actually put it to use for these companies. We've got some great customers at the moment, some single coffee shops in San Francisco to larger ones like Insomnia here. We've got like Apple stores all around Ireland, and this is Peter with Taste. They're actually doing all the catering for the Web Summit, so they've clocked in and out over 600 employees every day on Bizimply. It's a simple offering. It's €1 per employee per week, all that good stuff, free trials, no contracts. It's a really quick and simple purchase decision for these companies that they don't get with any other provider. The market is huge. There's 308 million globally hourly paid employees in just our target market. That's a $16 billion market. Where you look at the UK and Ireland alone, it's over 18 million hourly paid employees. Where we see Bizimply, we're trying to deliver all the functionality and benefits of large, incumbent, costly solutions with the ease of use and adoption of what they're already using, paper and pen, Excel, single-use scheduling applications. And since coming out of beta in January, we've been growing at 20% every month. We've over 300 locations using Bizimply in over 11 countries. I'd have to double check that. I think it could be 12. And there's over 6,500 employees clocking in on Bizimply every day. This is the team that's got us there. 12 months ago, it was just myself, Jared, and Norman with a base product and a great idea and some really core domain knowledge. And since then, we've grown to 13 people. We plan to double that in the coming months. We literally have some rock star investors behind us with Bono, Ray, Jerry, and Michael, who are giving us great advice and pushing us on every step of the way. Our vision for this company, we want to be the platform that these businesses run on. When you think Intel inside your computer that runs everything that's happening, we want to be Bizimply inside these businesses, the platform that all these applications run on. So essentially, that is Bizimply. I'm Mikey Cannon, and this is what some of our customers think of us. Thank you.